joy? Yes. Who here has a dream? Great. So let me tell you this story. I'm standing in front of one of the tallest skyscrapers in Sweden, in Stockholm. I look up, and there's a man standing on the edge on that rooftop. And I look again, and he jumps. My heart starts to race. This building is where my office is, and this man is one of my very best friends. And there I was. Luckily, he had a parachute on his back. So he wasn't trying to kill himself. In fact, he was having a lot of fun out there. And for days and days, he was asking me to open the door of that building for him. I work in a very high protected, secured building, and if I opened the doors, I could get fired. I could lose my job. So I said, no. In fact, I said, no way, nobody's jumping from this building. And my friend kept on asking me day after day, until come this moment when he told this very single word to me, Cacau, this is my dream. And I told him, you know what? Thomas, go find another dream. There are major dreams out there. People had crazy days. People had crazy dreams. I don't know what they're thinking of. But for me, those words got stuck in my head. I couldn't let go. And then I see myself standing on the way of my friend getting his dream. And I could be the one saying yes and open that door and let him fly. Or I would be the one standing there and saying, no, I'm a dream catcher. Nobody's jumping from this building. And I guess you know now what I had to say to him. And it was a full body yes. I called him that night. Fine, come here and do your thing. And he was there the very next morning, really early, right before I could change my mind. I was in ecstasy. And we were both so excited. I get in me. I opened all the doors. There were many. I had to put my password, swap my card, just hoping for the best. At that stage, I wasn't worried anymore because it was my friend following his dream. If I got fired, I would get another job. I didn't get fired, by the way. So there we are. Opened the doors, I got all the way to the rooftop, and there we were. As he's getting ready, I decided to go down to the ground because that's where I wanted to see he from. And that's when I am there, spent on that skating, looking up, waiting for the moment that my friend will make his jump. He is a professional base jumper, and he's not afraid. And even if he is afraid, he does it anyway. I was waiting, he jumps. His parachute opens. He flies all over the sky and gliding his way down to the ground, landing beautifully, safely. I run to him, we high five. We just shared this moment of pure ecstasy. I was really happy for him. And he celebrates. He goes on his way. I go back to the office. My office is on the bottom floor of that building. My friend is on the top floor, following his dream. I come back, I sit on my chair, I look at my computer, and I stare at assessment. Vida nobrita osto. Today, I want to invite you to the possibility that the universe really, really, really wants for you to follow your dreams, to be in your joy, and that if you do that, many doors will open for you. And you will be in that place of happiness or ecstasy or joy as well. And more confusion to come your way, more abundance to come your way. My name is Cacau. I was born in Belo Horizonte, Brazil, a city where you work hard and play hard. I learned that I had to achieve to prove my worth. And so I became an overachiever. At the age of 25, I moved to Stockholm, and I was still doing all the achievement things. I had a beautiful relationship. I worked in a company where I made all my way up from the bottom to the top. In marketing, I made a lot of money. I lived in a beautiful house. I had a car that I loved, a closet full of clothes, branded bags, shoes, jewelry. I achieved all the things people told me I should achieve. But something was missing. I didn't know what was missing, but I felt it. There was something crazy. And there I was, in front of this building, watching my friend to jump from the top. That moment, something shifted inside of me, and I felt it. Nothing will ever be the same again. I knew my life changes at that very moment. I wanted to be up there, maybe not jumping from that building, but flying over the sky, following my dream, being in my body, feeling it, feeling that joy, connected. I wanted that for myself. And so things changed. That night, I went back home and I did something that was very painful. I ended the relationship with a man that I truly love. And I knew somehow it wasn't my path anymore. A couple of weeks later, I quit my job. I didn't get fired, but I quit my job. In the end, it was all the same if I was fired. But I left. And I started this new journey of truly following my body, being present, it's an embodiment. You honor yourself, you honor your joy, you feel, where is it? Where does it want to go? And I did it. I became a skydiver. That was a dream I never thought I could pursue. It was like a crazy thing. A skydiver? What do you mean? You're gonna jump from airplanes? I think it's better than jumping from buildings, but still, a little bit edgy. But it was my dream, so I went for it. I saw a trip around the world. I had some savings. I borrowed money. I sold my things. And I went in this journey. It was fun. It was scary. I had a lot of joy. There were lots of laughter and also some tears. There were moments when I asked myself, am I going crazy? Is this real? Can I just go around calling with joy and see what my body wants, my intuition? Am I throwing my life away? A few months later, that journey took me to Burning Man. And for the first time, I saw that there were others. I saw this big community of people who were following the joy, who were embodied, who were doing the thing that they were called here to do. People who were not doing what others want them to do, but what they truly desired. There were so many of us. They all quit their jobs. They all were doing what they really felt for. They were following their joy. And I understood that day, wow, there is a new paradigm here that I didn't know about. I wasn't crazy after all. So I kept on going, and I kept on following that desire. I became a DJ. That's when I understood what a catalyst is, a catalyst of joy. Because when I'm behind the decks playing music, I really feel that rush and that joy, that happiness, and that goes and it spreads to everyone. Creates a ripple effect. All joy. So here's what I learned. There is another way of living, and I am not the only one. There are so many of us, probably all viewing this room. And my desire is to bring more people together, which is why I am on a mission to amplify the voices of people who want to make an impact, of the people who want to create change, who want to follow their joy, who wants to lead from the heart, who wants to find that happiness, that connection with their bodies, who wants to be alive and awake. I do that by showing you how to be a catalyst, how to connect your passion to finances, how to monetize your passion. I bring marketing into play. I do branding, content creation, distribution to help that to come alive. Because when I see people step into their true selves and bringing that identity into play with authenticity, with who they truly are, and step into this new way of living, this is what my heart is at the happiest moments, because I create Lisle Carabine together. And here is like something for you. When you embrace that joy, you're connecting with your body, everything changes, everything is possible. That's when you start to see less competition, more collaboration, less taking, more sharing, love instead of war. And here is how you can do it. I want you, Mikey, to close your eyes and call it your dream. Don't think, just feel. Your body knows. And now, how can your dream be of service and benefit the world? And how can you connect that with your skills, with your passions, and bring more joy into your own life, and therefore into the life of others? You can open your eyes now. This is what I do every day in my work with the people that I work with. And my wish for you is that you join me, is that you join this new way of living in full presence, in full embodiment, in full love, that you awaken in your own way your joy and become a catalyst of joy to the world. Thank you.